We're live.
We're live, baby.
Welcome to BookShelved.
Welcome to BookShelved.
We do a little cheers.
You always do this in my cups on the floor.
I gotta make you work for it.
Yeah.
We're back for another episode.
We're so scatterbrained, so get ready.
Yeah. But we have a special guest today. The avocado stains on my dress.
Stop.
I could not keep them on my...
I did not even notice
It's
them.
literally... there's a trail of just avocado stains on my dress today, so if you see it YouTube, no you don't.
I'm glad you're fed.
Yeah. Had a nice burrito at work today, so
Oh, yum.
we're doing
From where?
good. From my work.
Oh.
Yeah. Yummy
Nice.
burrito. Got a chicken burrito with no chicken. Add eggs.
I think it's that coffee shop. I would go there, and do you guys have lox?
We used to. We used to have
Okay.
smoked salmon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to get with like capers and stuff on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's your coffee shop that I would get that from.
We got it from the place down West 11th
Mm-hmm.
that likes fish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that place?
No, that's right past Johan's work. What happened?
Yeah. Well, they went out of business.
Mm.
They went out of business because the owner got in, like, from what I've heard, the owner got in trouble with, like, underage, like, stuff. Yeah.
Yikes.
And so they shut it down, and then we've been trying to find good smoked salmon ever since, and there's no place that's good worth the price, so we just took it off the menu.
Wow.
I know.
That's crazy.
Yeah. People really liked it. People were really mad that we didn't have it for a really long time. Like, would get mad at us, and we're, like, rude.
I freaking love smoked salmon with capers, dude. It's so good.
Not my jam.
Really? You know who has a good one? Maybe they don't anymore either. Meraki downtown.
Yeah.
They've got a good one too.
Theirs is actually lox, though.
Oh.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ours was like a smoked salmon, like...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Might have been lox, like, back in the day. But when I first started, it was smoked salmon.
Interesting.
They have really good... they've got avocado toast there, but they have this really good special toast. It's a turkey toast.
I know. It's so good. When I worked at my last job, it was right there. So I would always get breakfast there when I was working in office.
Yeah. So freaking good. Just like, what was it? Cranberry orange cream cheese and like a spicy honey drizzle.
Delicious.
It was amazing. Yeah.
So good.
Can't wait for it to be back.
I wish that place wasn't so busy all the time. And we could go like sit down and like read and stuff there.
I do. That's like the place that I go to if I'm trying to like have a coffee date for myself and read.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I always get a spot on the couch. It might be hard with two people, but that's where if Nick and I go out for coffee and to hang out somewhere and work on stuff, it's there.
Oh,
so a lot of times before we podcast, Nick and I will be there like working on stuff. Yeah.
Well,
it's like afternoon-ish that we go.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's my favorite. They're good. They actually have pretty good stuff there.
Yeah.
I'll be caught there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that.
But yes.
Anyways, welcome you guys. That was a random tangent.
Tangent about toast.
Yeah.
I feel like that's relatable in the book world. You go somewhere, get some toast and a coffee, read a book, We're just saying all the good spots in Eugene.
Yeah. Well, welcome.
Welcome.
Like I said, we're scatterbrained, which you can't tell from our already like random conversation.
Is this light normally on?
Yeah.
Okay. Something feels very different about our recording.
She's just thrown off. She's like, I don't know. This is weird. Something's wrong. Maybe the camera needs to move a centimeter. I don't
Literally,
know.
I had to remove it as probably a centimeter.
Yeah. Very small amount.
I don't know. Something feels weird. But it's okay. Mm-hmm. We're just vibing.
Yeah. Well, should we jump into updates?
Yeah. What's that? Is that powerless?
No.
Oh. That does not. Oh. It's
Why is yours purple?
I didn't know it was purple. That's weird. Why is yours black? Mine's cooler.
Let me see. Is yours a different edition?
I don't know. Is yours say vintage on the bottom?
Yeah. The fronts are exactly alike.
And the spines.
But hers is purple.
So we're talking about our book of the month, which is The Secret History by Donna Tartt.
Yeah.
And have you kind of skimmed through your book? My book has some messed up stuff to it.
No.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's messed up. Nick was like, you should go get a refund. And I was like, I'm not driving back up to Portland for this. I'll just have Amanda send me a picture of the page.
Oh, yeah. So, update, I am on page 36 of
You haven't read since you took yourself on that date?
No, I haven't read anything. It's been a very busy week for me because with Leo's birthday and
Leo just turned 2
I
years
know my
old.
little bubby. He's 2.
So you have a toddler now. You don't have a baby anymore.
I know. It makes me so sad.
That
Don't
is
make me
so
cry on the
sad.
podcast.
It's okay. We're okay with tears. We can shed one.
He turned 2 yesterday, so I've been busy with that, and then
planning his birthday party.
Yeah, and really busy with orders, bookbinding orders.
Yeah, you just got like 9 in this week, right?
I've gotten like 5.
Okay.
Yeah, but
that's close to
6. 9. Gotten 6 in.
Of course, I can't find this page for you now. I did this yesterday when I was trying to show my coworker. Because he's almost done with the book. He's in like...
Stop.
Yeah, he's in... Because there's like book 1 and book 2 in this. He's reading book 2.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I'm on page 36 and I sent... If you guys follow us on Instagram, you'll see that I sent Danielle a picture saying I think I'm too dumb for this book.
Which is not true.
I know what's happening and I understand all that. It's just... a lot of words that I don't know what they mean, and...
Like the Greek words, or what words do you mean?
No.
Because I don't know the Greek words either.
The Greek ones, too. I'll look those ones up, but like...
I haven't looked those up. Are they relevant to the book other than just like...
A little bit, yeah. I would look them up.
Because I'm like, if not in English, I'm not going to read it. If it was Spanish, I'd read it, but...
No, it's like, you know when he's... talking to the other, because the professor in this book only accepts 5 students a year, but makes an exception and accepts this guy. So when he's hanging out with those other 5 kids and they're talking, and they're just saying big words that I don't know what they mean. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm just kind of reading it, and I'm like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what's going on.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Akio said that the first 100 pages you just kind of have to get through, and then like shit gets wild.
Really?
Is what he was saying, yeah.
Okay, because I'll just keep going, and then I thought about getting it on Audible. Yeah. And listening to it that way, because I don't know if I'm going to finish this.
We might just have to like do an extra week.
Because also, another reason I was so busy this week is Johan's aunt flies into town tomorrow. Oh, she's here for a week. Okay. And I don't know when I'm going to be able to sit down and read an entire book. By
Tuesday.
Yeah, by next week? No, it's not happening. I need to get the Audible. Yeah. Audiobook. There's no way I could read this with how little I get to read normally. Yeah. I'd have to stop bookbinding altogether, because that's like where a lot of my time goes.
I mean, we do make the rules, so we could do an extra week.
Let's see where I'm at next week.
Because like I've been reading a little bit every day.
Yeah.
And this book, it's a great book. It's putting me to sleep. I literally was reading on the couch yesterday, and I woke up and my finger was like this.
Yeah.
And I was in the middle of a sentence, and I like fell asleep and like woke up with like this.
I knew this was going to be the case with this book. Yeah. Because it's such a...
They're small words. Well, small fonts.
Yeah, and it's such a mentally taxing book.
So I can't find the bigger one, which is really frustrating me because it's like so much worse than the one I'm about to show you. But there's a page in the back of the book
that's like... the letters are all... So her page is like blacked out.
Yeah, and so this one I could still read the words, but there's another part like in the back of the book, and it's like probably 1.5 inches thick like this that you can't read what it's saying.
Oh yeah, once you find it, just let me know. I'll send you a picture.
So I was like, but I feel like that should be like an Easter egg kind of thing. Like this book is worth more because of it. I know. It's pretty cool. Did you find anything different with these?
No.
Is it
vintage contemporaries?
Is the cover designed by Barbara D. Wild?
Yep. And Chip Kidd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weird.
That is super strange because it's not like yours is just fully black and white like on the rest of the book.
I know.
So I just finished chapter 2. So it puts me at starting page 104 right now, starting on chapter 3. Yeah.
I looked at your little bit there and I was like, oh yeah, we're like the same.
Nope. I'm 100 pages in. I still have like 400 and something pages though, right? Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's good though. Like I'm really interested. I'm not going to give like anything away, but they're at this like house in the country. All of them except for their professor. And I feel like that'd be a little more your speed.
Okay.
Because it's like, it's not like summer campy vibes, but it's like they're all away from class.
It's like hanging
right
out.
now. Yeah, they're just like hanging out. There's some good stuff. And you're almost to the part where, you're not chapter 2 yet. Yeah, no, I won't. You're almost to the part though where like it's very much like in the action right now. Like it's like his day to day. And then once you get into chapter 2, it's like a lot of time goes past and he's just like briefly talking about each one.
Okay.
I don't know how to like better describe that.
There's this YouTuber I follow, and this is like her all-time favorite book.
Really?
Like she has reread this book multiple times. Like it's her vibe.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
it's a good book. I'm very excited to like see it through. I just wish I would have started it the first of the month instead of waiting 2 weeks in. But I think we'll check in and maybe do an extra week or an extra few days and just maybe post the episode on like a Monday instead of like the Monday after. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, and we can still announce the new book on the 1st.
Yeah.
And just be like, our review will be a week later because Amanda's slow as shit.
It's okay. This has been really hard for me to read. Like, it takes me a while to get through a couple of pages, honestly. It's just the amount of words on a page, honestly, because that is just not the case. You look at any of these books.
Right.
Like, look at that. I know. Like, look at the font sizes,
That's like font 10, where the other one's like font 12.
Yes. It's crazy. And also, the chapter lengths are like 50 pages a chapter. And like, in chapter 2 specifically, there was probably like 10 different times that it could have been a new chapter.
No,
like, honestly.
It has the little breaks.
Yeah. And like, the breaks have been nice because that's where I can
take a break.
Yeah. But I'm like, that's a chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Switch it out. So, I don't know. There's 8 total chapters in this entire book.
I know. It's crazy.
Very crazy.
Aside from that, updates. I'm switching gears.
Are you still reading Powerless?
Yeah, but I haven't touched it. I have read more of Heartless by Elsie Silver. I read more of that.
Were you already reading that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm almost 70% into that one. Mm-hmm. So I should be finished with that one soon because I do read that one before bed.
Yeah.
And then
I just saw a meme that was like, once you read the Elsie Silver, I think it was Elsie Silver, and then it was like she was wearing a cowboy hat. Is that maybe not the right one?
Yeah, they are cowboy romances.
Yeah, it was like reads one Elsie Silver book, and it was like a girl in like full just like country getup, and I was like, this is gonna be amazing.
The smut in the second one.
Is it good?
There's this scene where
are you reading it though?
Yeah. I read their first. I always read their first like time together, and then after that, that's when I'll start to like kind of skim the smut. But there's this one scene, close your ears if you guys don't like smut, but where she's like back talking the guy, and he tells her to stop talking before her mouth, and instead of her saying anything, they haven't done anything, they've only made out at this point. Instead of saying anything, she drops to her knees and opens her mouth.
Wait, did he take that as an invitation, or was it just like
he took it as an invitation?
Oh wow, they just went 0 to 100.
Yeah, it was wild. So I was like, I was thinking of Danielle. I was like, dude, which is weird. I was like,
reading smut, thinking of Danielle.
I was just thinking, I was like, dude, Danielle would love this book.
I would love that.
It was, when that happened, I legit was like, oh my God.
You're like, I'm gonna be back talking to my man. I'm gonna tell him later.
It was crazy.
I do want to read that series. I'm definitely in kind of like an anti-series mood right now, though.
But what's great about like these types of series is you can read one and move on.
Yeah.
Because they're companion series, so you get the main character's story all in one book, and it doesn't continue into the other.
Yeah,
ones.
I'm down for that. I just like I would like Akotar, but I'm just like. I think because the books are so long, I'm like, I just need a minute. I need some just like cute little.
I'm in the middle of so many series. Like,
That's probably why you're in like a reading slump right now.
I know.
Because you're just like overwhelmed with the amount of like things you have to read.
It's so true. Like, I'm overwhelmed with how many books I want to read. Like, I want to read so many. And then instead of reading my book, because I have people who have paid for a product, I'm like, I'm going to go work on books any chance I get.
And it's like you're still doing book stuff, so it's like
Yeah.
not like you're totally abandoned the book life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I did get the second Fairy Loot book for Divine Rivals, Ruthless Vows. See the one with the pages on the out?
This one?
Yeah, I got the second one. It's so cute, and I want to read it so bad.
I want to read it too. Wait.
I know. We'll read it at the same time.
Yeah. We could probably...
I need to finish Powerless first.
We could, yeah. I think when we have one of our lighter books before September, maybe in August, if we have, because we're gonna have the book we're gonna read in August. I think is the heavier book. I think it'd be nice to have like a lighter.
Yeah, it's crazy because I haven't finished a single book this month yet. That goes to show you how little I'm reading this month.
Damn. Yeah. I'm surprised you haven't finished Powerless yet. You were.
I know. I'm obsessed with it, and I want to read it. Maybe I can't tonight because I have to get ready for his aunt to come into town. But maybe like tomorrow I'll shut myself in here after everyone goes to bed and I'll just...
There you go. Yeah, I'll bring some coffee over and you can just be up all night.
Are you only reading this one right now?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I just feel like this month has been kind of crazy. I'm hoping to get everything moved out of my old house in the next couple of weeks because we want to get on the market soon, and then we're getting ready for a camping trip next weekend. And I borrowed linens from my mom for Claire's bridal shower, and so like those were kind of a total bitch to like wash and refold and like put all those away, and it's just been a little hectic. And I'm like, this is a hard enough book to read, and I just finished Divine Rivals, right before I started this book, so I was like, this is a good like end spot, and I'm really excited about next month's book.
Yeah,
so
I can't even remember what it was.
We'll talk about it next week. Okay. It's funny, my mom will be like, so what's this month's book? And I was like, I don't know, you'll have to watch the podcast. Aww. She's like, just tell me. And I'm like, no.
Give us a view, damn it.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, so I'm digging this book. Taking forever. I feel like I'm gonna probably want an extra week, but I'm gonna do my damnedest. Because like I'm going camping next weekend, so I'll have so much time to read a book.
I just realized that you're going camping.
We're gonna leave Friday instead of Thursday.
Okay, and Bug Thursday. Okay. I don't know if we're still gonna make it. But
that's okay.
Because she bought our ticket. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring my hammock though, and I'm gonna have a cute little reading situation going on.
Yeah, that's gonna be so fun.
We're gonna camp on an island. That's the plan. Yeah, we'll see.
I did go to a little free library.
Yes.
We wanted to talk about this one because we think it's cool.
This one looks really cool, and it just like feels like a book, just like a good book. It just like
it's heavy.
It's so soft.
I know it's got this
has a nice weight, but it's not like holy moly.
Yeah,
it's a heavy book, and it's like this is so soft. They did such a good job.
You're so weird.
It's just like.
Do you need a minute?
I do need it. Like, excuse me.
Excuse me.
So these ones. I feel like I probably wouldn't read those.
No, we don't even have to talk about those.
Yeah. Like, put those away. Don't even bring those. I mean, they do look fun. They look very, like, Mean Girl. But this one's called Caution, Death at Work. I read this before we started the episode today. The front cover is a forest with a bicycle helmet covered in blood. And it says, ready or not, here I come. Evan Warlow is back in the saddle as a DCI. Though he isn't sure yet, he deserves to be. And there are others who share his doubts. When a brutal attack on two mountain bikers in the vast solitude of the Brekfa forest leaves one dead and the other badly injured, the hunt is on for the killer.
So I thought this was cool because it was made in Oregon. I wonder if the author is from Oregon.
Yeah, and like we didn't know that, and we're like, I'm flipping through, and it says made in Oregon, Troutdale, Oregon, last year. And that's just so cool.
My thought process is, I think this author maybe went and dropped these in local.
His name's Reese. That makes me like him even more. Ooh. Reese Dillon. Shout out.
In little free libraries. Yeah.
And then one of my customers has a book that I want us to read one of these months. It's like just a small little book.
Oh, yeah.
But I think that'd be a fun one to read for the pod. It's another one from Oregon, too. And that's just cool. There's some authors out here.
Yeah. Well, should we do some questions?
We should do some questions.
We're getting through this hat.
Yeah.
This is going to be the last episode where we have questions, maybe.
You know what's funny is when I was getting the questions together, I was like, I'm not going to have enough questions. So I was like trying to get like a lot of different sources into this, and 3 episodes later, I'm like, it was enough questions.
Yeah. Well, let us know in the comments, though, for real, like, what kind of podcast you want to see from us. Do you want to see more book reviews? Is that why you listen to book podcasts?
Yeah.
Or do you like when we do these bookish questions? Or do you like when we do, like, themes where it's, like, us fan casting stuff?
Yeah. Because I would love to do, like, if this is something that you guys are all interested in, us doing, like, talking about, like, the Emily Henry books and that kind of stuff. Because I'd love to just talk about other kinds of books too, or if you don't like spoiler stuff, like, let us know. We can get creative
because we just kind of wing it, dude, and a lot of times we're just two book besties sitting down
talking about
at each
books.
Yeah. People probably are just sitting down. I'm gonna hang out with Amanda and Danielle.
That's how I feel. I'd want to hang out with us. I'm a little biased.
Okay, a fictional character that reminds you of yourself. Oh boy.
Oh. A fictional character that reminds me of myself. Fictional character. You go first.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta. Where's that book? Where is it? You go. No, it's gonna be the main character. I just don't remember her name from Funny Story, Emily Henry's new book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's the librarian.
Oh, you saying that?
Yeah, I just related a lot to her.
Yeah.
We are back.
We are back.
I'm not even going to do the spiel I just did because this is our third time trying this.
Third time's the charm. We're back. We pulled our first question.
And it's what fictional character reminds me the most of myself? And I say it is the female main character in Funny Story, the newest book by Emily Henry. Yes. I don't remember her name, but I related to her a lot.
I almost bought that book.
I know. It's expensive,
Target.
Right?
No, Target's so cheap. And also Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren. It was like the cover $20.99, so already $10 cheaper, and then you get an additional like percentage off with the sticker. I don't think it was a full 30. No, I didn't, because I was buying something else and it was expensive, and I just like couldn't justify it. And then I was like, no, you just bought books. Yeah. So, but yeah, sorry, that's my little tangent.
You're good.
Okay,
who's your character?
That reminds me of myself. Right? Was that the question? Yeah. I would say Naomi from Things We Never Got Over, aka Daisy. I just feel like her running away at the altar is very relatable. I literally, like, when I decided to leave my ex-boyfriend, it was on my birthday, and it was like that day we got into a fight, and I was like, actually, fuck you, I'm out. Yeah. So I related to that, and like starting over, and she just kind of seems like, I don't know, then she like starts raising her sister's kid, and I just feel like that's something that I would do. Yeah. I don't know. I just really liked her, and she's just like, I don't know, just doing her thing, and
down to earth. And
I like her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
A lot has happened for us to get through this one question.
Yeah, we have to get back in podcast mode.
Podcast mode. We've been doing arts and crafts for the last hour while everything is charged.
Right.
A fictional place that you would like to visit.
Ooh.
Easy.
Yeah?
What's Valeris, obviously. Yeah. It just sounds so dreamy and so beautiful. Yeah.
You went the fantasy route. And there is like the fantasy world of Crescent City that would be really cool to visit. It's more of a modern city, but like with the fantasy vibes. Mm-hmm. But honestly, if I had a lot of money, it would be great to be in like the London high society like lifestyle. Oh. I think that would be so fun. But that's like now, like, would I want to go to a Gucci store? But am I hanging out with those people? Because then, obviously. But I also think it would be really cool to be a part of like the Regency era, but be in like the high society there too, because obviously it wouldn't be fun being like in that era,
right?
Not well off. But Bridgerton would be cool too.
That would be cool. Speaking of, here's her full set that she just made.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
I'm obsessed with the last four you just did. I think I really like the
one.
greens. Yeah.
Super nice. Really cool.
Great font.
If you want to see them, go to my Instagram page.
Are these ones on Etsy too?
Yeah. I'll sell these on Etsy too.
Yeah. There's only a few in stock. You better stock up. And plug. Just get like a picture
so
of
corny
a
every time I'm like, look what I did.
I know. Whenever I bring up the podcast, I'm like, so I just made a finger painting. You should look at it.
I went to this play area with Leo on his birthday, and there were two girls there. A girl walked in wearing a Valaris t-shirt.
Like, we're friends.
But she was talking to this guy, and this guy was saying how his wife had Audible credits, and he listened to all of ACOTAR.
Oh.
And he really enjoyed it. And they were talking about ACOTAR, and I was sitting there I was just like, I need to interject myself in this conversation. Did you? Yeah. And I was like, I love whatever. I told him that I loved it, Sarah J. Maas, and we were talking a bit about it. And then like we went out with our lives for like an hour, and then I was like, you know what? I should tell him. I should give him my social media. So I went up to him, gave him my social media, told him I make books and stuff, and then they were like, "Oh my God, you should have a book club." And I was like, "Actually, I have a podcast." And they're like, "You have a podcast?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I felt like a little kid, like, "Will you be my friend?"
Yes, like, will you listen to what I put out?
It feels so weird. Like, I have such bad anxiety, like talking to people, but.
No, you're right, though. We need to, I think on our next girls' night when we're doing book stuff, we need to come up with a logo on Canva.
Yeah.
Our, like, temporary logo. Because Nick has, like, been, like, putting in work on one, but I think that it's just, like, not the vibe for season 1. And then we should print stickers.
Yeah.
With, like, a QR code to our
totes and stickers.
Yeah.
And have a card, so when we go out to eat, we just leave it.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Okay, next question.
Shortest book read. I'll go first because it's right here. Open Water. This is by Caleb Azuma Nelson. And this book is amazing. It's only 150 pages. And it is so good. Really enjoy it. Definitely suggest you go read it. It is amazing. Open Water.
Okay. I'm like trying to think. Sorry, I'm just like, I don't even know. I feel like all the books I read are about like the same.
I know the shortest book you're about to read.
Yes. The 4th book in the ACOTAR series.
Yeah.
And When in Rome will be short too.
Yeah.
Where are your Emily Henry books?
I don't know, dude. I move my stuff around way too much. Oh, I have Happy Place here. I don't remember.
I don't know.
Sorry,
what
podcasters. They're just like, where are these people?
I know. I don't know what my shortest. You know, it might be one of the first. And that's so pretty. It might be one of the first like Colleen Hoover ones. Maybe like Ugly Love. I feel like that was maybe like 200 and something.
Okay.
I think maybe that.
I don't have Ugly Love, or else I would look.
I really want to rebind that.
Oh yeah, that's the one that you want.
Yeah, I think that would be so cute.
Yeah, we'll do that soon.
I don't know.
Where the heck are my Emily Henry books?
I know. I don't get it.
Did I hide them?
You must have.
Anyways, next question. We'll just do 2 more. We'll call it quits on this podcast. We'll be out.
We only have like a handful more.
Okay.
Best book of the year to date.
Ooh. Tied. I don't know if it's tied. It's not tied. Mm-hmm. It's Into the Dark by Jessa Hastings. That's hands down.
You read that one this year?
Yeah, it came out in January or February. Okay. And that one had me crying so hard I couldn't breathe. Okay. Like I set the book down. I recorded my reaction to reading this book. I'll show it to you. But I turned the camera on because I was like, I know this part's going to be like rough. And I was crying so hard, I set the book down and I just sobbed into my shirt, like covering my face, like was not okay.
Oh,
it's so good.
Was it a good cry or a sad cry? Or both?
All of the above.
All of the above.
Yeah.
All the emotions were pulled.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was amazing. She was thick too. She's a thick book.
Yeah, that's like the biggest.
Big guy.
Yeah. How many pages is that?
This is, first of all, look how big This paperback is.
Yeah. It's very big.
It is 708 pages.
Oh, damn.
But look how big this text is.
That's so nice. I could really use that right now.
A beast.
It almost doesn't look like 700 and something pages because of how tall it is.
Yeah. I hope that like all of her books become this thick because I never want to leave them.
Yeah.
There's only 2 more books in the series though.
Have they come out yet?
Oh. She hasn't even wrote this. She hasn't even started writing this.
Oh, wow.
That's exciting. Jessa! Hurry it up.
Get to it. Let's see. I'm a little bit torn between A Court of Mist and Fury, A Court of Wings and Ruin, and Divine Rivals. Yes. I don't know. Like, I feel like I would prefer A Court of Wings and Ruin over A Court of Mist and Fury, but for, like, the sole fact that I didn't read A Court of Wings and Ruin fast enough, I feel like that just goes to show that I could put it down. But then Divine Rivals, I feel like was just almost like a good palate cleanse, and it was just a good book from start to finish, and I'm very much excited to read the second one, so I would maybe argue that one.
Yeah. You know what a good one is? 1,000 Boy Kisses. Did I tell you about this one? Where she fills the jar with kisses?
Yes.
This is a good one. Okay. Yeah, this was up there for me.
You read this one this year?
Yeah. And the second one's coming out.
I love the name Tilly. It's one of my favorite names.
Yeah, it's so cute.
Tilly Cole.
Is it my turn?
It's your turn. I think we have like 5 left in there.
Oh! How much would you spend on a book? Why'd you put this one
I put that one in there for you. I would spend, right now, I would spend no more than $30 on a book. That being said, now that I'm starting to build a bookshelf, I get the whole limited edition.
Yeah.
So I think, let's pretend that I'm not about to be unemployed for a year. I think I'd probably spend like $140 on a book.
Okay.
But not for a very long time. But like, I could see myself. I don't know. What about you?
That's a decent amount. Are we...
I want to know 2 things from this question. I want to know what you would be willing to spend on a book and how much you've spent on your most expensive book.
Oh, God.
I'm calling you out right now.
On a single book, not a set.
On a single book.
Okay. The most I've spent on a book.
Johan, if you are watching this podcast, you can go ahead and skip about 45 seconds from now.
I think the most I've spent on a book, oh my gosh, baby is here. Oh my gosh.
Baby's here.
Is $275. I'm pretty sure that's the amount I spent. And that was Divine Rivals. But that one's selling for like $400 right now. So I got that one like super cheap.
It was an investment.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. I can't believe, wow. The first one, not Ruthless Vows. Okay.
Yeah, Ruthless Vows just came out. Most I'd spend is I'd probably cap it at $275 or $300. It has to be like a trophy book though. Like one that's like hard to come by. Like those Divine Rivals, they go for sale and they sell immediately. Yeah. Same with the first edition Fourth Wing. And that Elsie Silver set, those are so hard to come by.
That specific cover, right?
Yeah, those specific covers. That Bridgerton series, there's none of those for sale right now. And if they are for sale, they're for $1,500. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it has to be like a trophy book.
Okay, now Johan, now you can hear that part, that it's worth that much money. And that's why it's on the shelf still.
Yeah.
All right. I have a long question. This question is funny because it reminds me of what Johan was making fun of you for last week.
Say that again. Sorry.
This question is funny because it reminds me of what Johan was making fun of you/us last week. Mm-hmm. Have you seen an increase in your words per minute since you started reading heavily? Are there certain genres or authors that you notice you read quicker? Just because when you accidentally said
I don't even remember.
I think you said righted.
What if I righted?
He's like, oh.
He's like, you guys read so many books, but you sound so dumb.
Yes. It happens to the best of us.
I feel like I'm reading slower these days. Like,
do you feel like it's because you're expanding your genre horizon?
I don't know, because I used to read so fast. Like, I could finish a book in a day. Now I sit down and I read for like 3 hours, and I'm like, oh, I got 100 pages read. You know, like,
That's
I don't know if that's,
well, you
like,
have a toddler running around.
Yeah. But
He's a
even like
toddler now.
when I go to like coffee shops and stuff, I feel like I'm not reading that fast.
I get distracted. I have to be like in a mood for it.
Yeah. Like, I used to be able to read 300-400 pages a day.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And
Not me.
There's no way I feel like I couldn't do that now.
You've read a lot, so I think that's why. Like, I always think of it in like in biology. There's that what do they call that? The KM, and it's like KM, and there's like Vmax. And once you hit Vmax, then you're like. So I always think about stuff like that in terms of biology. I feel like you hit your like max, and so now like that's your limit. Like you've read, and you're maxed now.
I also feel like my, I guess, thought process on just reading in general has changed. Like, I don't allow like myself to feel pressured to just read a bunch anymore. Yeah. Where before it was like, I have to read this many books a month. And now it's like, I'm reading my book because I like to read it, not because I have to put a certain number on my Instagram page or my Goodreads or whatever.
Yeah, and honestly too, like, we're reading at least one book a month right now, if not more.
Yeah.
And that's more than a lot of people read.
Yeah.
A lot of people are reading nothing.
Up until this month, I think I was reading at least 4 books a month. Okay. There were some months in the early, like, beginning of the year that I was reading like 9 a month.
It was also like winter though. Like, yeah. It's been getting warmer. Your kid has been getting older, running around more, you know, like life just happens. And yeah, it's good to not beat yourself up because that's impractical to just read all freaking time. Yeah, I feel like definitely I would say my words per minute because I used to just have to reread things. That's why I used to not like reading, because I would like read something and reread it because I just wasn't paying attention. And now that's not the case. Now I'm reading faster, and I mean, it depends on the author though too. Like any Emily Henry, Christina Lauren, Colleen Hoover, any like super easy authors like that. Yeah, if it's romance or it's smut, I'm reading that way quicker than like this dark academia. I'm reading it much slower. But I think it also has to do with, is there like, what's the plot? Is it like a slow thing, or is it just like happening quicker and you're just like, oh my god, I have to just read to finish. Like sometimes I get to the point where I'm reading so fast that I'm actually reading ahead of what I'm reading, and I have to cover my page of like, do not read that.
Do that, and they put a paper over their thing.
Yeah. I will do it with my hand. I'm like, you can't read any, like, you have to read where you're at. And I'm like, but I want to read down here and here at the same time. I don't even know how my brain can do that. Yeah. Should we just power through the last 4 and then? Get your last 4 and we'll be done with questions forever.
Your bookish goals for the year. I don't know if I really have any, other than just enjoying what I'm reading, and that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say that too. I mean, realistically for me, I'm going to be reading like probably 1 book a month once I start school in September.
Yeah.
And so like just, reading my 1 book a month, and then maybe having a small book that I read in between, and just, enjoying what I'm reading. I think my bookish goal for the year is to be able to give myself time to enjoy reading my book.
Yeah. That's gonna be really important for you when you're in school, is giving yourself the time.
Yeah. And I'm buying Heidi's espresso machine, and I'm going to bring it with me so I can have cute lattes, since I won't be able to afford to go out to coffee shops.
Genius. Yeah. You can make everything with that.
I can make everything, make my matchas, and just have like a cute little... Yeah. I'm not going to have a lot of furniture, but I'll have a cute little reading nook.
Yeah, with a coffee bar. Yeah.
And then you come visit.
A reading nook with a coffee bar. Yes. Oh, I read you.
Your favorite reading spot?
If it's not honestly, if I'm leaving the house to go read, if it's early morning, I'll go to a coffee shop. If it's like around 11, I'll go to a brewery. I always like going in, or like a cocktail bar or something.
Yeah.
I like just like the vibes. But if I'm at home, it's gonna be my bed, dude. I read the most in bed before I go to sleep.
I like that. I would say mine is...
You have so many beautiful places to choose from in your house.
I'm like, what couch do I like reading?
What couch? What window? What freaking water freaking thing?
I know. Right now, my white couch that, like, faces the TV is the coziest one. But after having my, like, on the Swan reading for 5 hours on the pool...
She has a live pool, you guys, and she was on a freaking blow-up Swan reading her book surrounded by beautiful greenery.
You know what I was feeling?
Probably looking like a freaking goddess with your curly hair and your your dog splashing about.
No, she wasn't down there with me. But you know what I felt like? I felt like on High School Musical, you know, Sharpay, when she's like down at the pool, sipping the pool, down in a spa. That's how I felt. And I was trying. That song was popping in my head.
You're such an oasis.
I love it. But I'm actually I want to go to Highlands this week and try and find a better pool floaty where I'm like partially in the water, because that you're just like above the water. But that's my favorite reading spot. Or I like going to Meraki and sitting there. I wish Steelhead was still open for us.
I know. I'm pretty bummed
Two more. You choose one. I'll choose one.
A trope you can't stand. Grumpy Sunshine, when the grumpy guy is just an asshole. I can't stand it. I will DNF the book.
Yeah.
If he is just outright treating the woman like trash, and then his inner dialogue is like, oh, I just want to F her brains out. But he's no.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Good, yeah.
And then also dark romance where the guy does just absolutely horrible things to the woman, and then she turns around and is like, oh my god, I love him.
Yeah.
Monocled, which is a fan fiction, but still, that one was terrible.
That one that's like Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm reading a Harry Potter fanfic right now.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Love that for you. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I feel like I never like call things tropes, and then like someone does, and I'm like, oh, that's a trope. You're right. So like it's a hard question. For me, okay, probably what I dislike the most is when two people, when it's like a romance or like it's like a slow burn, or if it's like a, you know, friends to lovers or enemies to lovers or like something like that, but they're both, it's like a dual POV and they're both interpreting each other's things wrong, but they want each other so
miscommunication trope.
The whole time I'm just like, talk to each other.
Dude,
that drives me nuts.
Iron Flame. So the sequel to Fourth Wing.
Is it? Oh, that's why so many people don't like it, right? Yeah, I hate that shit.
Oh, the entire book.
I hate that. Because I'm just
like... The entire book.
Yeah, I'll just be yelling at a book, and I'm just like, fucking communicate.
Yeah.
I hate it.
It's horrible.
And it's like, it's probably like the most like let down scene where they like finally realize that they're into each other.
And then they're like, oh my god, so wait, you actually meant this?
Yeah,
me too. Oh,
yeah.
Should have.
It's like, I bet their kids gonna have fucking bubbles at their birthday party. I'm a mom for the weekend. And
she's my trophy mom.
Like, fuck these bitches.
I'm so excited to see you as mom one day. Okay.
One day, 10 years from now.
Let's wrap it up.
When Leo's a teenager.
I'm antsy.
I'm antsy too. We have more trash to make. Very cute. Trash.
Literally. All right. Thanks, you guys, for watching.
Bearing with us.
Yeah.
It was a fun episode.
It was fun, even though it was a mess.
We might not have an episode next week.
Yeah.
It might be. We don't. Yeah. I don't think anyone cares but us. It's okay. Get a little week break. You get an extra week.
Hey, those 12 people that watch our videos.
They're going to be appreciative that they have an extra week. It's like when your teacher gives you an extension on an assignment. We're giving you an extension. This doesn't have to be read by next week.
Right.
And we might. Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to sign off now.
Bye.
Bye.